This is Actar's Reviews, from anime to figures and beyond.
Hey, this is Actar and welcome to day 1 of Heartcatch Precure week. Today, we shall be taking a look at the main Henshin item, aka transformation device, of the main heroines of the series, Tsubomi and Erika, that allows them to transform into Cure, Blossom and Cure Marine respectively. And that item is the Kokoro Perfume, or Heart Perfume. Pretty strange for a Henshin item, don't you think? But it works, and it makes for a fantastic Henshin sequence. The packaging itself is pretty unique as far as roleplay toys from Bandai go, as they usually come in cardboard boxes, for instance the Kamen Rider Henshin belts if you're familiar with those. But this time the Kokoro Perfume is carded. So on the front, through the clear plastic dome, we can pretty much see everything that's included inside, but we'll be going over the contents later on. Cure Blossom, Cure Marine, Kokoro Perfume or Heart Perfume, the Heartcatch Precure logo, and on the card it shows off the various features of the Kokoro Perfume itself, such as the different colored LED, and on the back of the card we have another picture detailing the contents of the package, but this time accompanied with a short description of what each heart seed does in the Kokoro Perfume, but more on that later. So let's open this up and take a look at said contents. So just what's included inside, other than the instruction sheet, we also have the Kokoro Perfume itself, 2 Precure seeds, and 5 heart seeds. We'll be taking a look at these later. First off, the Kokoro Perfume. The device itself looks exactly like it does in the show and is of a pretty good size. Detailing is great with the painted and molded in gold frame, and there's really nothing missing here in terms of paint or molded detail. Unfortunately, due to the design, the speaker is located at the back, which somewhat muffles the sound when you are holding it towards you. But the speaker is considerably loud enough, so this doesn't really pose that much of a problem. 2 AAA batteries are required for this to function, and the on-off switch is located on the back. Switching it on will reward you with a simply vibrant display of colors. Altogether, the LED can shine in 10 different colors, which is quite impressive. The front face of the Kokoro Perfume slides open with a very satisfying and solid click accompanied with sound. This is the exact same click that you can feel on other Bandai toys such as the Double or Deca driver. The Kokoro Perfume has 2 main buttons on it, the spray button that activates most of the sounds and features, and another button on the side which activates another feature that we shall take a look at later on. Different features are activated by inserting different Precure seeds or heart seeds into it. It's able to recognize which seed you place into it, as each one has its own series of pegs that presses down on the 4 tiny buttons in different combinations. The spray button activates them. Hitting it when no seed is inserted gives you a spraying sound and white light, which is a pretty nice touch. Speaking of the heart seeds, these are the main gimmick of the entire Heartcatch series. Another Kamen Rider comparison would be like Gaia Memories for Kamen Rider Double and medals for O's. We have 2 Precure seeds, which are these 2 over here, which are for the Henshins, and 5 heart seeds that activates different features when placed in the perfume. Now, my one gripe about them is that they look significantly different from the show. The Precure seeds are just painted in the middle, whereas in the show they were of one solid color. The heart seeds now each have a picture of a different character and a flower instead of being of a plain solid color. So accuracy wise, these seeds fall short. However, I can understand why Bandai did this, as now each heart seed is far more unique and, not to mention, collectible. So what do I mean? Looking at them in more detail, we see that each color is represented by the same character, meaning to say that all red seeds will feature this particular character. However, that's not to say that all red seeds will be identical, as in addition to that, each seed has its own flower. For instance, the spring seed, which is this one over here, has sakura on it, while another, which is not included with the perfume by the way, has Hanamizuki or flowering dogwood on it. To differentiate each seed even more, each sticker is shaped differently. A heart for Sakura, and a diamond for Hanamizuki. We also have stars, wings, so on and so forth. On the back of each seed, we have the name of the flower on the first line, followed by the color of the seed in terms of a gemstone, in this case, quartz for pink, and for the completists, a serial number as well. That aside, without further ado, the Henshins. To activate the Henshin sounds, we'll need the Precure seeds, pink for blossom and blue for marine. The seeds clip firmly into place. Slide the front face up. And hit the spray button to activate the Henshins. Just like in the show, we have the Precure, Open My Heart phrase and the introduction phrase at the end. Of course, the transformation music is significantly shortened, but that's to be expected. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there for 30 seconds to a minute. Something that I noticed is that the pace at which the final line is read is much faster than in the show. I would have preferred it if they had kept the pauses before announcing their name. No matter what seed is inserted, after all the voices and features have been activated, shaking the perfume from side to side will create a bubbly, sloshing noise as if actual liquid is inside. The color is determined by what color seed is inserted. Next up, marine. But that's not all that it does. Let's try out the other heart seeds and see what they do. Each color seed will activate a different feature. Regardless of the flower, all same color seeds will activate the same sounds. Altogether, there are 10 different colors of seeds which are matched by the 10 colors of the LED. However, only the first 5 come with the Kokoro Perfume: red, blue, green, orange and pink. To show off all of the features, I'll be using the seeds that come with the other toys: yellow, violet, purple, magenta and white. There are 2 seeds that will activate mini games in the Kokoro Perfume, orange and purple. So let's check them out first. All of the instructions will be voiced by chiffre or coffre, accompanied with a green light. The rest of the seeds will allow the perfume to achieve special functions as seen in the show. For instance, the red seed boosts one's speed and the blue one clears up one's mood. Unfortunately, there were only a couple of them that were seen being used in the show, but now we get to see what the rest do. So with only the included hard seats, you won't be able to access half of the sounds and features. So what can you do? Aside from buying the other toys, the Kokoro Perfume has yet another feature. Remember this button? This is the Maze Maze button or mix button, which allows you to mix two hard seeds to create new perfumes. So let's say we mix a red one and a blue one. So as you can see, this way we can access the features of the seeds that aren't included. Not to mention the gimmick of mixing colors is quite fun in itself. In conclusion, I think that this is a fantastic roleplay toy. For something so small, it sure has a ton of features, voice clips and sound effects jam-packed into it. I mean, you have Cure Blossom, Cure Murray, both of their henshins, Chiffre, Coffre, minigames and more. It does what it's supposed to do in terms of the henshins, and the additional gimmicks are a very nice, non-intrusive inclusion. Not to mention, the 10-colored LED is gorgeous and the little bonus of the motion sensor gimmick is fantastic. This is definitely highly recommended for casual and hardcore fans of the series alike. It is also interesting to note that unlike most of the other Henshin devices before it, this actually has the music and voices from the show. All the others were digital toys with integrated Tamagotchi-esque games that didn't do a good job at being roleplay toys. This is another reason as to why this is the first time I'm buying into one of the Precure toy lines. So, this is Zach saying, see you guys tomorrow on day 2 of Heartcatch Precure Week.